We've spent this entire week diving deep into a topic that so many of us desperately need, but rarely talk about with real honesty: boundaries before the break. Over the last several days, we have unraveled what it actually means to protect our peace, our time, and our mental energy before we step into our summer rest. We started by exploring why these boundaries matter so much in the first place, recognizing that a brief vacation cannot heal a burnout that we have actively spent months building. We looked closely at the misconceptions and the places where so many of us get it wrong, often thinking that a boundary is a cold wall designed to shut people out, when in reality it is a bridge that allows us to show up as our healthiest selves. We talked about how to draw those lines in the sand at work, letting go of the guilt of closing the laptop, and we addressed the complex, tender conversations we sometimes have to navigate with our families to ensure our time together is actually restorative instead of exhausting. And we looked at the summer solstice, using this high point of the sun as a natural reset, a seasonal permission slip to pause, look at our lives and decide what we are carrying forward and what we are leaving behind. Now, we have reached the end of this journey, and I want to bring all of this home to you. I want to transition from theory to practice, from simply listening to actively committing. We have analysed the why and the how, but now it is time for the what. I have one question for you today, and I want you to take a deep breath, quiet the noise around you, and really take this seriously. Before you pack your bags, before you set your out-of-office message, and before the rush of the season takes over, what is one boundary you are committing to before your summer break? Think about it for a moment. It does not have to be a massive life-altering shift. It does not have to be a flawless, perfectly executed boundary that you hold with absolute unbroken rigidity. It can be incredibly small. Maybe your boundary is simply deleting your work email app from your phone the moment your vacation begins so you aren't tempted to sneak a peek. Maybe it is telling your family that you need the first hour of every morning to yourself, to read or drink your coffee in silence before the day's activities start. Maybe it is deciding that you will say no to at least one social gathering that you only feel pressured to attend out of obligation. It does not need to be perfect, it just needs to be real. Once you have that one boundary in your mind, I want you to share it in the comments. I want you to write it down and put it into words. And please know that this is not just a standard social media prompt. I mean this sincerely. I read every single comment. There is a profound shift that happens when we translate a silent thought into written language. Sometimes naming something out loud, typing it out and putting it where others can see it is the very first step to actually holding it. When you name it, you give it shape, you give it permission to exist, and you make a quiet, powerful promise to yourself. So name it. Tell me what you are claiming for yourself this summer. I will be right here reading, supporting you and holding space for you.